You've felt it 100 times, that soft, deliberate weight landing on your hand, your leg, your heart. Most people smile, maybe scratch behind the ears and move on. But here's the thing. You might be completely misreading what your dog is actually trying to say, and missing the real message. It could be quietly weakening the very bond you think you're building. In the next few minutes, you're going to see your dog differently. Every time that paw lands on you, there's a whole language underneath it, one rooted in millions of years of evolution, pack instinct, and a kind of love that doesn't need words. We're going to walk through 7 of the most powerful meanings behind this one simple gesture. And we're saving the last one for the end because, honestly, once you understand it, you may never look at your dog the same way again. I'm right here. Most people assume when a dog puts their paw on you, they're just being cute, maybe a little attention seeking, a quirky habit. But behavioral researchers who study canine communication have found something far more deliberate going on. Dogs don't have hands. They can't tap you on the shoulder the way a friend would. They can't send you a text. They can't whisper in your ear. So they reach out the only way their body allows, with a paw. And when they do, they're doing something deeply intentional. They are physically bridging the space between you. Animal behaviorists describe this as contact-seeking behavior, and it shows up consistently in dogs who feel a strong emotional attachment to their person. It's not random, it's not mindless. Your dog chose you, chose this moment, and chose to close the distance between you in the most direct way they know how. The next time that paw lands on you, don't brush it off. Your dog is saying, I know you're here, and I need you to know I'm here too. I trust you more than I trust anyone. Here's something most owners don't realize. In the wild, and even in the domestic pack structure, physical touch is an act of vulnerability. When a dog extends a paw toward you, they are exposing one of their most sensitive, nerve-rich body parts. A dog's paws are incredibly important to their survival. They're how they run, how they dig, how they defend themselves. To offer a paw is to say, I am not afraid of you. Puppy development research helps explain why. Between 3 and 12 weeks of age, puppies constantly paw at their mothers, nudging, pressing, reaching. It's how they communicate need, warmth, and security. That behavior doesn't disappear when they grow up. It gets redirected toward whoever they love most. When your dog puts their paw on you, they are pulling from the deepest, oldest part of their emotional memory. They are treating you the way they once treated the being who kept them safe and warm. You are their safe place. That paw is their proof. You're feeling something, and I feel it too. People assume dogs paw at them when they want something. Attention, food, a walk. And sometimes that's true. But watch more carefully and you'll notice something striking. Dogs often reach out with a paw, not when they are restless, but when you are. Have you ever been sitting quietly, feeling stressed or sad, not saying a word, and suddenly felt that familiar weight on your knee? That's not coincidence. That's empathy in action. A landmark study out of the University of London found that dogs are significantly more likely to approach and make physical contact with a person who is distressed than one who is simply quiet and calm. They respond to emotional signals, not just physical ones. They hear the tension in your breathing. They smell the chemical shift in your body. They sense the heaviness you're carrying, and they move toward it. That paw isn't asking for anything, it's offering something. It's your dog saying, I don't know what's wrong, but I'm not going anywhere. If this is already shifting the way you see your dog, go ahead and hit like. It genuinely helps more people find this video and understand their dogs on this level. And if you want more content like this, subscribe. We put a lot of love into every single one of these. I'm checking in on you. Most people think their dog paws at them out of impatience. Feed me, pet me, let's go. And yes, there's communication happening, but the assumption that it's always demanding undersells your dog completely. Wolves and wild canines regularly use touch to maintain social bonds within a pack. A subordinate wolf might nudge the alpha not to challenge, but to reconnect, to say, we're still good. We're still us. Domestic dogs carry this instinct forward, and it reshapes into something almost tender. When your dog paws at you during a quiet moment, when there's no food involved, no leash in sight, no obvious reason they're performing a check-in, they're taking the emotional temperature of the relationship. It's the canine version of reaching over and squeezing someone's hand. Ethologist Mark Beckhoff, who has spent decades studying animal emotions, argues that dogs possess a form of social awareness that closely mirrors human bonding behavior. They don't just want things from you. They want connection with you. That little paw on your arm during a lazy Sunday afternoon isn't interrupting your peace. It is your peace, reaching out to make sure you feel it too. I'm asking you to stay. This one catches people off guard. Your dog puts their paw on you right as you're about to get up, right as you shift in your seat, right as your energy changes and signals movement. Most people laugh it off, oh, he doesn't want me to leave, and they're right, but what's underneath that is so much more than clinginess. Dogs are extraordinarily attuned to micro movements. Research from the University of Vienna has shown that dogs track their owner's body language with the same sophistication that human infants track their caregivers. They notice before you've consciously decided to move, and when they feel you pulling away, physically, emotionally, or both, they reach out. It's a pause request. It's a please, just one more minute. And it comes from a dog who has learned through lived experience with you that your presence feels like safety, that your nearness is something worth asking for. This isn't neediness. This is love that knows what it values. Your dog has decided with full canine conviction that you are worth holding on to. I'm saying thank you. We tend to think of gratitude as a human concept. We thank people with words, with gifts, with gestures. Dogs, we assume, simply react happy when good things happen, sad when they don't. But behavioral scientists have been quietly rewriting that assumption. Dogs have been observed displaying what researchers call affiliative touch, deliberate, gentle, physical contact that occurs specifically after a positive experience, after a walk, after playtime, after you come home, after you comfort them through a thunderstorm. The paw that lands on you in those moments isn't asking for anything. The need has already been met. Dr. Brian Hare of Duke University's Canine Cognition Center has found that dogs have evolved a uniquely sophisticated emotional toolkit, one that includes the capacity for something functionally indistinguishable from gratitude. They remember, they associate, they return to the source of good things, and they reach toward it. When your dog paws at you after a beautiful moment together, they are closing a loop, they are acknowledging what happened, they are saying in the only language they have, that was good, and you are why. That paw is a thank you note, written in warmth, pressed gently into your skin. You are my whole world, and this is how I tell you. Here's the one we promised you at the beginning, the one that reframes everything. For a long time, scientists believed that dogs had adapted to manipulate human emotion, that their expressive eyes, their nudging paws, their physical closeness were all evolutionary tools designed to get resources from humans. Food, shelter, protection. In other words, your dog's love was just strategy. But more recent science tells a completely different story. In 2015, a study published in Science by Japanese researcher Takefumi Kikusui made international headlines. His team discovered that when dogs and their owners gaze into each other's eyes, both experience a spike in oxytocin, the same bonding hormone released between human mothers and their newborns. This wasn't just dogs performing attachment, this was mutual, biological, measurable love. And here's where the paw comes in. Touch amplifies oxytocin. Physical contact between bonded individuals, human or canine, deepens the neurochemical response. When your dog puts their paw on you, they are not just communicating, they are biochemically bonding with you, their body is releasing the chemistry of love, and so is yours. Your dog doesn't have a voice. They can't tell you what you mean to them. They can't write it down or speak it out loud. But they have found, through thousands of years of living alongside humans, a way to reach across the space between species and make contact that is real and warm and true. That paw is not a request. It is not a habit. It is not an accident. It is the closest thing your dog has to saying, you are my whole world, and I just needed to touch you to make sure you know. The next time you feel that paw slow down, don't just reach back out of reflex. Let yourself feel what it actually is. Someone who loves you is reaching out, and they've been doing it their whole life.